What's going on, y'all? What's going on? What's going on? This is not going to be an extremely long stream. I hope. Right? Okay. Um, for those of you who were able to brave the clip, the live that Chrissy did the other day, we're gonna get to it. We're gonna get to it. Um, I'm gonna have to do a part two. I tried to pull something off and Mr. Z messed up. But yeah, so I'm gonna have to do a part two, and there's gonna be some torture involved. So yeah, I'll be prepared. But in lieu of me not being able to play what I needed to play, there's another way to torture you guys. Oh God, Z, what is wrong with you, Z? And shout out to Better You. I just was able to look at some of my live stream comments from a previous stream, and Better You said Z is waterboarding us, or I see Z is getting into waterboarding or something like that. He said. So let me do this. We're gonna play these, and apparently this is what black women, young black women, are going to get engaged in about once every couple months. It seems once a month, or once every couple months. There's the white male worship, and y'all will see what Mr. Z is speaking about in a minute. Here you go. 99 problems, but a nigga ain't one. Oh, 99 problems, but a nigga ain't one. Oh, 99 problems, but a nigga ain't one. Oh, 99 problems, but a nigga ain't one. 99 problems, but a nigga ain't one. Oh, no, shit. 99 problems, but a nigga ain't one. Oh, 99 problems, but a nigga ain't one. Oh, no, shit. 99 problems, but a nigga ain't one. Hey, shout out to FD. Shout out to waving the red flag. I saw what that conversation y'all had about Tarana Burke. I'll get to it. I'll get to it. Y'all think y'all slick. Shout out to you, Eddie. Shout out. I saw what Eddie. You saw what you said, Josh. You caught that too. Mr. Z, you about to go on a tangent. Mr. Z's about to go on a tangent. For those of you that saw one of the more recent streams from waving the red flag, Eddie and Josh covered Tarana Burke having a conversation about believe all women. Tarana Burke, that's the originator of Me Too movement, right? The sister straight up said, "Hey, I said believe." She said something else, but she said, "I never said believe all women. I never said believe all women because that would include what's her name, Bryant, that lied on Emmett Till. That would include a whole lot of white women who lie on black men. Now I never said that, and if you catch it, I never ever said that. And to be honest with you, I never really seen her say that. Mr. Z gonna say it right now. She clarified what she meant. Okay, cool. And then Josh and Eddie went along or started to cover this. And I knew Josh was gonna excuse me, I knew Eddie was gonna say it by the way he was structuring his sentence. Oh, y'all get ready, prepare yourselves. Z, are you gonna say what I think you won't say that Eddie said? Oh yeah. We should err on the side of the victims. And if that means and if we're gonna be absolutist about it, if that means that some innocent men are gonna get thrown in prison, then so be it. Isn't that what you pretty much said, Eddie? Ooh, goddamn, Z. No, he didn't. Yes, he did. Huh? You gotta love the internet. You gotta love social media. Eddie, if I'm taking your words out of context, you can always correct Z. Huh? Yeah, the feminist dudes and the intersectional dudes and the we're gonna be more harsh on the men than the women dudes and the if we had to choose, we're gonna hey, I already said it. Social media, the internet, it's gonna expose us all. When you start putting people back to the wall, when people start telling you what they really think and what they really feel. Yes, Mr. Z saw I watched a whole conversation on Jubilee with Sam Cedar schooling those young conservatives, and you heard what that blonde white woman said. Huh? What's wrong with xenophobic Christian nationalism? Just in case people were acting dumb like they didn't understand what she was saying, Sam Cedar reframed it and asked her, so are you saying white Christian nationalism? And she said yes. And what's wrong with that? Isn't that how the way the nation was founded? Hey, you gotta love it, huh? Now let's get back to these weirdo black women, young black women. Look, the internet will expose us all. I want someone to show me the trend of men, black men in particular, advertising their non-black spouses, their Latina girlfriends, Asian girlfriends, white girlfriends in this way. What happened, Kim Foster? The black men, they being antagonistic. What do you call this? And y'all hear the song in the background. Huh? Yeah, what happened? Huh? Young black women. 99 problems, but a Negro ain't one. With their white boyfriends. Anybody want to say my Massa challenge all over again? Weirdo stuff. Dear black men, young black men. Because these women look like they're all pretty young. Y'all take note of their faces. If you know them, make a note. No reachbacks. We already know what the marriage rate is for black women when it comes to interracial relationships. Interracial marriage. No reachbacks. When them white boys are done with them, or when their families press them and tell them to break up with those women, or if it just doesn't work out, because that happens, no reachbacks. Leave her out there forever, for eternity. She better go make it work with another white man. Huh? Destro, that's exactly what it is, isn't it? And Destro says, black women have to nanny boo-boo about everything. And that's essentially what they're saying. Now we know what the interracial marriage rates say and how this is going to work out for the masses of them. Mr. Z has said it multiple times. In America, white folks in particular, that's white men and white women, under the age of 30, definitely under the age of 28, under the age of 25, they dibble and dabble in everything. They're dibbling and dabbling in everything. Y'all know what Mr. Z is saying. Right? They're having triple X adult fun with everyone. Ooh, goddamn, Z. They're experimenting. They're all over the place. That's different sexuality. That's different races and ethnicities. But when it comes time to get married, people of color start getting their feelings hurt. Black people, black women start getting their feelings hurt. Hey, let these black women act how they want to act. I said it. I see what my age demographic is. For all you brothers under the age of 25, y'all take note of their faces. Don't make fun of them. Don't antagonize them. Y'all just make note of their faces. No respects. I don't care what happened in her life. Exactly, Trell. In America, white folks they're having adult fun with everything under the age of 30, especially when it comes time to be a full-grown adult, get married, have these children. People of color, women of color in particular, black women even more particular than that, they start getting their feelings hurt. Right? So these women could 99 problems, but a Negro ain't one. All they want. Your older millennial girl cousins, we watch them do the same thing. Your exer moms, we watch them do the same thing. Some of your boomer moms or grandmothers did the same thing. Dear young black women, your mothers and your aunts and your grandmothers are lying to you. They never been that loyal to black men. Them white boys was never checking, and the ones that did piped and left. What you're doing is nothing new or novel. Mr. Z is just making note of it for the young black men. Young black men, no reachbacks. Unfortunately, I can't play the audio from Chrissy because she said a few things that let you know how deliberate it is what black women are doing. We already knew, but we got confirmation. Huh? So I just want to. This is not about you can't help who you love, and black men weren't checking and da, 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 da. That's why I played that clip from the sister that went to Korea, the heavyset black woman that went to Korea, and I told you the African brothers were trying to hit on her. She wasn't interested. She was trying to prove herself to the Korean men, though. Hey, that's why Mr. Z says let them talk. Hey, I love that. I love that phrase. Skeet and skedaddle, right? I can't remember who was the first person that I heard say. Was it Corey or was it? I think it was Corey Holcomb. Shout out to Corey Holcomb, but that might have been the first time Z heard it. But yeah, skeet and skedaddle, exactly. Huh? No. Shout out to accountable commentary. I agree with him 100%. No reachbacks. 99 problems, but a Negro ain't one. Man, we are going to make sure you mean that for the rest of your life, in the afterlife, for eternity. We're going to make sure you mean that. Huh? Wow. So you have these over and over again every couple months. All of the content creators, all of the tastemakers, and you essayists. Why aren't black men doing this? You got passport bros, and that's years old now. We don't have black men every couple months, every month with some new stick it to black women trend, even though some brothers is sticking it to black women. Giggity. Huh? You don't have these trends of black men antagonizing black women. Look at what we could do. It's not a flex. It's not a flex. And we don't count your little triple X fun you having with the young white dude. See me on the other age of 30. Excuse me. See me on the other side of 30, and let's see if you have a wedding ring from said non-black man, from said white man. Huh? I'll give you to the age of 30. This weirdo trend of black women, especially young black women, trying to throw non-black men, white men, in black men's faces. Huh? Wow. Weird. Weird. Huh? And going to that, I'll make mention of it now. I'm gonna have to cover it at another time. We hear from Chrissy on her live stream. For those of you that didn't watch, I get it. So Chrissy is covering a black woman who I guess was married to a white man. And Chrissy kind of made fun of her because she's I guess a pro black swirler. Um, and she's one of these sisters that when they're in spaces with white folks, they make white folks feel uncomfortable because they bring up black stuff, pro black stuff. Even though, and she does have or at least had a white husband, white small hat husband. And Chrissy goes about, saying this is not the way to go. Um, women like her, black men ain't even checking for her anyway. Why is she doing all of this? These are the people that grow up in white neighborhoods, white spaces, and they miss the black experience, so they overly romanticize the black experience. Okay, cool, right? Um, and Chrissy just uses this, I guess, as a quote unquote teaching moment for her subscribers, right? Okay. Now we get into some interesting part of the conversation when Chrissy says, essentially, she says, "Who are you going to dance for, black women?" Ooh. Who are you going to dance for? I can't wait to play the audio for y'all because Chrissy just straight up saying, "I made my choice. I'm dancing for white folks because there's more to gain over there." Ooh, goddamn. This is why Mr. Z says, "Let them talk." Huh? This is why. Now, Chrissy says, she was in the corporate space. She had to dance for them. It wasn't worth it. The money wasn't worth it, etc., etc. Chrissy, you could correct Z if he's wrong. Chrissy, but you were a black woman, and I'm guessing a predominantly white space. You don't think that got nothing to do with race? Uh-oh. Huh? Now, in Chrissy's conversation, this is another reason why I wanted to play the audio, is Chrissy, and shout out to you, Chrissy. Chrissy took ballet as a kid. Chrissy took African dance as a kid. Chrissy decides to ballet dance, I guess, on the most recent brother that got deleted by his white woman or whatever. Um, Chrissy decides to, I guess, ballet dance on his grave. Let's say this, Chrissy. This is some weirdo stuff coming from y'all. Chrissy decides that this is a good time to throw red meat out there for her subscribers. Chrissy, Mr. Z, seen that. I seen your move. I saw what you was doing from once you brought it up. Once you brought up that brother, Mr. Z saw what you were doing. Shout out to your subscribers. Maybe they're slow. Chrissy does damage control, so don't pay attention to the black woman who's telling you it's not a panacea over there with the white guys and their family. They're gonna lose cool points with their racist family members and friends. Huh? Even your own live comments was speaking about it, Chrissy. Mr. Z was reading through them live comments. Your own comment section, Chrissy is saying, "Hey, she had a couple of points. I'm just saying." Your own live comments was saying it, Chrissy. Huh? And even in Chrissy's conversation, say, you know what? I mean, she had some points, but and Chrissy just came out and said it. Hey, if I gotta choose who I'm gonna dance for, I'm gonna dance for those people over there, not for black folks. Ooh, not for black men. Hey, now do y'all understand why Mr. Z says no reachbacks? No reachbacks. After you pull these type of stunts, no reachbacks. Dude got a whole tatted hand sleeve. I wonder what he does for a living. Huh? It's not deliberate and intentional when you're doing this. Huh? No reachbacks. Shout out to Accountable Commentary. No reachbacks after this. Talk about cringe. No reachbacks after this. Talk about septum ring theory. Hey, shout out to you, FD Signifier, for trying to mock Dr. T. Hassan Johnson with his septum ring theory, but I'm just weird. Hey, FD, show me all the brothers doing something like this with white women and Latina women and Asian women, and black men have the numbers to do it compared to black women. Ooh, god damn, Z. Why aren't black men doing this, FD? Even you make note of it on Ole's channel. Every couple months, black women do some weirdo stuff with non-black men. Shout out to you, Amanda Marianne. Huh? All this weirdo cringe stuff. Weird. Huh? And GC says FD trying to mock Doc T. Yeah, at the end of one of his streams, sometime like after the septum ring theory conversation that Terrain and Dr. T had, and Dr. T had me up. I want to say there was a, I guess, field piece that FD did maybe a couple weeks later or something like that. And at the end of it, he made mention of the septum ring theory and mocked it. And I'm like, hey, all that stuff, bro, you, Josh, Alvin, Eddie, y'all could do all that crap all y'all want. We ain't going. And the environment right now, I'm telling you, I'm gonna mention y'all every single time because black women about to feel this. Huh? With JD Vance in them? with Elon, the precedent that they're setting, oh yeah, you better believe it. Huh? I'm glad Eddie said what he said. Huh? I'm glad Chrissy's on what she's on. All of y'all. Mr. Z's I told you so game is going to be impeccable. I don't know what America all these other folks live in, but Mr. Z appreciates the America Mr. Z lives in. I don't know what other America there is. Huh? Minimizing what we're saying here, mocking us. All right, don't worry. Black women will prove you wrong. They got microphones, they got cell phones, they have cell phones with cameras. Huh? What happened? Huh? Where are all the black men every month or so, every few weeks, every couple months with this weirdo stuff? Every couple months, this weirdo stuff. And Kim Foster got the nerve to talk about the black men antagonizing black women. Yeah, that's it. When she was talking about passport bros, it's more black men shoveling ish on the backs of black women. Shut the hell up. We're not doing this every 2 months, every month, every few weeks. Huh? Oh, look. White Zaddy chose me for now. Oops. Huh? White Daddy chose me.
A few moments later.
Uh-oh. Huh? And then a few moments later, what did it look like?
As we don't have the capacity.
Huh? Weird. Weirdo stuff. Hey, these people are weird. You meet some black women who have a Latino husband, maybe a white husband. They're normal, regular ass people. Race isn't, we know how race works in America. And then you meet other people and you like, oh yeah, I know, okay, I know about y'all together. Uh-oh. This is why Mr. Z says, and shout out again to Accountable Commentary, no reachbacks for eternity. I get why that heavyset sister is doing the face and have the white dude behind her massaging her. I get it. I get it. You better hope he put a wedding ring on it. Dear black men, no reachbacks. He better be massaging her shoulders for her forever. Huh? 99 problems with a Negro ain't one. We're gonna make you mean that forever, man. 99 problems, but a nigga ain't one. Oh, 99 problems. Huh? All right, I hear you. If y'all not married, hey, I hope you get that wedding ring. I hope y'all stay married. Black men, leave her out there for the white guys for eternity. You see the look on her face? Leave her out there. I hope you can make that face for the rest of your life. Huh? Weird. All these women look young. What weirdo Xers raised these women? Shout out to all you Xers. You Xer black women. These are your daughters. Maybe a couple of boomer black women? Nah. Mainly Xer black women. Maybe 1 or 2 millennial black women. Maybe. At the absolute oldest, maybe, possibly. Huh? Thank you, GC. Get the likes up. Like, share, subscribe, hit the super chat. How my likes looking? Let's see, GC. Let's see. Let's see. Give me a second. Let's see. Oh, y'all, wow, y'all really don't like Z tonight. 78 watching. Now it's 80 and 28 likes. Hey, all you haters. Hey, Chrissy, you sent your haters? Hey, black women, are y'all watching but not liking? We'll see. The YouTube algorithm said y'all don't mess with Z at all. My viewership on women is horrendous. Huh? Black woman says somebody in the Black Manosphere should create a divester swirler channel or playlist. Look, if we count how many trends black women have come up with over the give or take the past 2-ish, 3-ish years, we don't even gotta go a decade. That's the crazy part. Huh? We don't have to go a decade. We don't have to go 5 years. You could just start it from 3 years ago. Huh? Man. Detroit said we don't have the capacity. if we had to clock it.
As we don't have the capacity.
If we had to clock how often this is black men aren't doing this. Maybe because we are getting the women from other races. Ooh, goddamn Z. Ooh. Look, I just had to state the obvious. I was talking around it for the longest. This is some weirdo stuff, man. This is weird. It's so cringe. It's so cringe. It's cringe that every time someone even mentions, hey, like being with these non-black dudes isn't a panacea. Here comes Chrissy. Da, 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 da. Chrissy to the rescue. Huh? And I'm not saying Chrissy's actually this big. Mr. Z is not saying that. She's actually not. From the pictures I saw of people that think that's her, she's actually not. And I gather she's probably actually not. But still. Da, 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 da. Every time someone even makes mention of dating out not necessarily being the panacea, and Chrissy will actually lie to him and be like, you know what, they have a couple of points, but, and here we go. And as usual, she'll throw the red meat out there for her subscribers and her followers. But did you see what happened to that black man who white girlfriend deleted him? Okay, there we go. Huh? Oh, man. Revelant says Pasta and Lobster and Black Wife Effect were last year. Look, it's weird. It's cringe. It's loser talk. It's some weird stuff going on. Mr. Z not gonna wait forever to read y'all super chat today. Let's pause right here for a second. And Inspired Truth says, and thank you for the super chat. Let them talk. Get them, Z. Look, you let the women talk, and it gets super cringy and weird. And it start looking like this. 99 problems, but a nigga ain't one. Huh? Just real cringy and weird. 99 problems, but a nigga ain't one. Huh? And hey, the women leave no space for interpretation because the song in the background tell you everything. 99 problems, but a nigga ain't one. Imagine playing that. I want to be very clear. For all of us that are old enough, recall one of what black women used to accuse black men of, and they somewhat still do. Black men talk crap about black women to black women. Excuse me. Black men speak and talk crap about black women to black men's non-black spouses. So black men's girlfriends, white or Latina or Asian girlfriends, black men's non-black wives, Asian, Latina, white wives. Black women are recording themselves over and over and over again with my Massa challenge type stuff with the white guys. And some of those white guys were unsuspecting. You want to talk about giving somebody the permission to be anti-black, even though they probably already. Black women are recording themselves saying 99 problems, but a Negro ain't one. In front of their white lovers. Huh? And doing it in a very bragging tone. What? Look at the face on. I love this one because look at her face. Oh, she's in heaven. 99 problems, but a nigga ain't one. 99 problems. Hey, you can't tell her nothing, bro. She won. She won the lottery. She won the lottery. Huh? Well, you can't tell her anything. Huh? You know what, Trill? Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that. Actually, let's play this and then we'll play the other one. You're right. You're right. 99 problems, but a nigga ain't one. 99 problems, but a nigga ain't one. 99 problems, but a nigga ain't one.
I'm speaking on the behalf of all white dudes that date black girls. Can y'all stop fucking calling us Massa? What the fuck? What the fuck do I? You know what you're doing. You know, like, what the fuck am I supposed to say? And y'all be thinking it's funny as shit. You be laughing. I'm speaking on the behalf of all white dudes that date black girls. Can y'all stop fucking calling us Massa? What the fuck? What the fuck do I? You know what you're doing. You know, like, what the fuck am I supposed to say? And y'all be thinking it's funny as shit. You be laughing your ass off, having the time of your life. Girl, fuck you.
And Trell says, cue the white guy saying F you ish, F you itch. Hey, black women keep on doing this cringy stuff. This is cringe. Huh? Shout out to those black women in the UK that ran off their relative or friend or whoever it was. That was like, oh, I'm with the white girls. And they started loud talking him and they pretty much ran him out the living room. I'm just saying. Huh? Black women are the ones that are saying stuff like this.
If you want to date outside of your race, you need to be disciplined. When they say we're going to the gym at 5:30 in the morning, you better be up at 5 o'clock getting ready. They are not going to deal with the lack of discipline. And what we make black men put up with, they are not going to go for that. And what we make black men put up with, they are not going to go for that. What we make black men put up with, they are not going to go for that.
Huh? Just saying. Actually, this should be my thumbnail. This right here should be the thumbnail. Huh? You let black women talk? Huh? Shout out to all you Xers. We're too loyal to black men. We're too loyal to black. And then y'all raise y'all daughters to be these weirdos. Huh? All these women are young. These are Xer, Generation X black women's daughters. 99 problems, but a nigga ain't one. Huh? Weird. Cringe as hell. Cringe. 99 problems, but a nigga ain't Hey, whose daughters? Shout out to TK Kirkland. Who raised you? Who raised these women? Chrissy, this one you gotta give Z. Where are all the black men doing this, Chrissy. For years, where are all the black men doing this? Weirdo cringe ass crap. It's weird. It's cringe. And it looks desperate. Talk about lowering the stock of black people. If you thought the stock of black people could get any lower. Wait. Wait. Put on brakes. I thought black men were the ones chasing after non-black women. Isn't that what we were told? Wait a minute. Z, weren't we told it was black men that wanted the white man's trophy? Isn't that what we were told? Weren't we told it was black men chasing after white women? Huh? Weren't we told that black men will do anything to end up with a fat white woman? Isn't that what we were told? Uh-oh. That's what we were told, right? And yet this young black woman got a super tatted ass white dude. You could tell from his head.
99 problems, but a nigga ain't one.
Uh-oh. What happened? You know what happened? Your daughters got grown and we let them talk. Ooh, goddamn. And now they're embarrassing you, black men, the whole goddamn black community with their cringy, weirdo white worship crap. Huh? Oh, man. Huh? This is some weirdo stuff. This is cringe as hell. Huh? So this is what's coming out of the single baby mama community? A whole lot of white worshiping ass black women? From the hood, from the suburbs, from the exurbs. Ooh, goddamn, not the exurbs too, Z. Huh? Weird, cringe. Look, homegirl don't even got too much of a facial expression, but she know to worship the white man.
99 problems, but a nigga ain't one. Oh, no, she.
His face is straight as hell. Hey, that clock going off in the back of his mind. Hey, man, you might have a year or two left. He gonna keep on piping. He gonna enjoy it and toss. Let's see if you get the wedding ring. Maybe. Boy, he had the straightest face in the world.
99 problems, but a nigga ain't one. Oh, no, she.
Hey, if you have any black homeboys, they'd be like, what the hell is going on with such and such? I saw her TikTok. What the hell? Hey, I hope he don't got no black friends. His black friends gonna be looking at him like, what the? Huh? Huh? If you think he's not confiding in his black friends, then you better think again.
She had a weird conversation with me, like 2 months into us dating. It made me think that she had some like different motives to dating me. Made me uncomfortable. She was like, Jeff, I'm happy to finally be with a white man. Black dudes, you can't trust them. They're just gonna cheat on you. They ain't. You know how uncomfortable you feel right now? Imagine how I felt. This is in real life for me. This is just a story for you. I felt uncomfortable as shit. I didn't know what to do. So I talked to a black friend of mine. His name's Josh. I was like, Josh, told him the whole story. He's like, Jeff, I'll tell you what you got to do, but you might not like it. I'm like, all right, let me have it. He's like, Jeff, for the culture, you got to cheat on that. That's what...
And he's not the only one. There's a number of white men that just straight up telling everybody, look, black women is on some weird stuff when it comes to us. Huh? This is some weird, cringe stuff. And KMS says, and thank you for the super chat. You know what the cool thing about being able to, quote unquote, provide and protect? There's never a lack of women who don't want provision and protect, right? Never. There's never a lack of women who don't want provision and protect. Never. Black men, the choice is yours. You own a person, black women, waiting for support, nothing. Right? And yet, we know what that interracial marriage rate look like. We know after they get to a certain age, then they start sounding like this about black men.
Men in Germany are treated way differently than black women in Germany. Black men are appreciated in Germany. Black men are put in a cultural sense, in a societal sense, you are seen as interesting, whereas black women are seen as lesser.
An experience,
a novelty in which you can approach voyeuristically, and it's dehumanizing. I was a member at Soho House, and I remember seeing a black man sitting there, and there was all these white women around him glorifying him, gawking at the fact that he was existing. And I think black men need to acknowledge that their lived experience in Germany is disproportional to that of a black woman in Germany.
And black men, after years of y'all white male worship crap, hey, and after y'all go to these different venues and see all, shout out to Ashley Acuna. I remember her mentioning this in New York. I went into this restaurant and all the black men I saw were white women, and black men, all they gotta say to you is,
hey, yo, hey, niggas get shot every day, B. You be aight, nigga. You tough, right?
huh? All that white male worship y'all doing. And little do y'all know, black men's attitude really is
Mario, Jorge, Cartwright, Shang Tsung. We got a thrift store of leftover bitches. They're leftover because apparently it ain't enough niggas is worth a damn. Whatever. Point is they left over. We need you to come pick them up. No instruction manual. Figure it out. Sprinkle some white ice on it. Maybe, I've heard the white ice is colder. Sprinkle some white ice on it. It goes with everything. If you come within the next 24 hours, we'll give you a complimentary book on how to date black women for white men. That's a $4 value.
huh? And once again, KMS, thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the super chat. And KMS continues, and thank you for this super chat. KMS says, them bread tube Negroes can sell everything except the black women want / need, or parentheses need, question mark need. Thank you. Exactly. Dealing with them wholesale, flaws and all. We ain't going. White men ain't either. That's what the numbers say. Right? Yeah, when he said $4 value, Big Mo, that killed me. That absolutely killed me. That absolutely killed me. It's a $4 value. Oh, man. Right? But exactly, no one's signing up for this. So black women could keep on with this weird old cringe stuff. This is some weird stuff. Weird. Huh? Ma'am, I hope that turns into something. If it doesn't, I hope you land you the next white dude worth a damn who's willing to work himself to the bone for you and die earlier than you and leave you and y'all mixed kids some good life insurance money and pay off the house hopefully in his lifetime. Probably not. Huh? Because, ma'am, you showed your face. You and that septum ring. Black men, do not for the love of God, for the love of yourself, no reachbacks. Leave them out there with the white guys for eternity, forever.
Forever.
Huh? And Indigo says, this is everything they accuse black men of doing. This is exactly what I'm saying. It's weird. It's cringe. And all the accusations that were levied on black men, boomer black men, Xer black men, millennial black men, Gen Z black men. And these are your daughters, dear America. These are black young women. Dear Black America. With this weirdo cringe stuff. The white male worship is real. Huh? Back to back to back. Every other month. Even FD made note of it. It's cringe. And this does have a reverberating effect. Right? This does affect the larger black community, not just swirlers and divestors. You wonder why you have these white guys thinking they could talk to you any kind of way. Now you got to knock his teeth down his throat. Because he's banging out a black woman and she talking crazy about black men to him. You think black women that are engaging in this
99 problems, but a nigga ain't one.
You think she ain't talking to Mr. Tatted white dude or Latino or whoever he is? You think she ain't talking to him crazy about black men? You think when y'all passing by in the store and you passing her by, you think she ain't looking at you like, you jealous, huh? You hating, huh? Get your lame ass out of here. Ain't nobody paying attention to you, ma'am. Huh? Weird stuff these people are engaging in. I play these clips to emphasize, first, protect black men's image. Secondly, emphasize that these women are young. All these women look like they're somewhere in their 20s, maybe, possibly even teens, late teens. Take note, black men. No reach backs. None. Zero. Zilch. Huh? These women, these young women, only God knows what these white guys having them do. And if y'all notice, a couple of them already, they're laid up in the bed. Look.
99 problems, but a nigga ain't one.
Huh? Laid up in the bed. Laying on.
99 problems, but a nigga ain't one.
Y'all notice that, right? Laying in the bed.
99 problems, but a nigga ain't one. 99 problems, but a nigga ain't one. 99 problems, but a nigga ain't one.
Just saying. Huh? Yeah, half the white guys, they hiding their faces. Yeah. Because we live in the real world, off the internet, in real life, IRL. That white guy got to go to work tomorrow and interact with one of his black co-workers, maybe even a black friend. And yet, the black quote-unquote girlfriend of said white guy is posting stuff like this on TikTok. Loser ass. I got me one. Look, I got me one. I got a white man. Look, everybody. I got me a white man. Lame ass. Because that's all it is. Look at what I got. Huh? That's Saint Cyr say that. Using her white boyfriend as a prop. Well, y'all inferiority complex can't get no lower. Well, higher, better yet. That inferiority complex is next level. Huh? God. Talk about Mount Whitemanjaro. Weird, cringe crap. And Vegas is, at the end of the day, Brad ain't marrying them. And Mr. Z has said it over and over again. When we're young, everybody's doing everything with everyone. When we are young, everyone is doing everything with everyone. Not Tom, man, not every single person. Y'all get what Z is saying. But when it's time to get married, as we adult, shout out to millennials for the phrase. Shout out to us, pat ourselves on the back. As we're adulting, when it's time to adult, when everybody's done, quote unquote, experimenting, most people go back home to their race and their ethnicities because white people are done messing with y'all. Ooh, goddamn Z. You done flamed everybody of color. I did, and huh? Everybody's doing everything with everyone, and then white people, parents, start yanking those chains. Huh? Shout out to all you brothers. Yeah, I'm gonna get on this too. Y'all thought y'all was giving Becky prime real estate peen, huh? Grade A peen. What that mean? Nothing. She's still gonna get married to Brad. She'll cheat on Brad with you though. We all know. Huh? Same thing with many of those Latinas. Those Latinas, those black girls, even some Asian women, they thought they was giving the best wet fire, good superhead, got 3,000 to the white dude. They thought he was going nowhere. Well, we're 28 now. Huh? We're 28 now. We're 27 now. We're 29 now. We're 30 now. Time to settle on down, and it ain't gonna be with you, Maria. It's not gonna be with you, Keisha. It's not gonna be with you, Maylee. God damn. People getting their feelings hurt all over the place. Women getting their feelings hurt all over the place. Huh? Yeah, Becky had her one of these cool ass Latinos. Guess what? It's time to get married. Uh-oh. Huh? Hey, we seen it, haven't we? And Cameron says, white women like, sorry, black women, gotta do my racial obligation now. We seen it. Didn't we see that with J-Lo and Ben Affleck? Ooh, goddamn, Z, you brought that up. I did. Huh? Did we not? Huh? Maximilian, Eve's husband, supposedly is into hip hop. You think he never piped a black woman before Eve? Don't he got 3 white kids before Eve's kid? You think he never piped a black woman before Eve? He had an obligation. Huh? Uh-oh. Y'all heard the rumor about Ashton Kutcher and Rihanna? Uh-oh. Anybody ever see Brad Pitt with a black woman after what's her name? Tyson's ex? Everybody act like they don't know who white people are. Nobody. Something I've noticed, and I gotta give black women this a little bit, a teeny tiny bit. It's super rare. There's only a couple of those videos floating online. Nobody of color really want to have the conversation about how white folks have fun with y'all sexually and then toss y'all when they done. Ooh, I know it hurt. Ooh, I know it hurt. And women of color definitely don't want to have that conversation. You were just a little experiment, the little sexual plaything. Huh? People of color, women of color, and specific. Nobody want to say, hey, when I was in my 20s, I had options galore with white folks. And then it seemed like we turned 25, 27, 28, and it all disappeared. Yeah, it's time to adult now. It's time to be grown now, huh? I mention it all the time. I gotta go find it because I mentioned it so much, but it's gonna be hard to find. Tariq covered that story of the black woman in Canada. COVID lockdowns happened. She went to go chill with him and his family. They couldn't stay on college campus. The family, the white father was super friendly to her, super kind. It's time to go to sleep. She's talking to her boyfriend. Boyfriend says, "Hey, left my charger downstairs. Do you mind going and get it for me?" She's sneaking downstairs, and she overhears the white mother and white father saying, "I don't know what he doing with her. Well, he better have fun with her and do whatever. But I hope he don't think he gonna marry her." Ooh, goddamn. Well, there you go. Huh? Yikes. So we know what it is. All these weird, cringe women could keep on doing this. I hope it works out for your sake, ma'am. I hope it works out. Huh? I hope it works out. Huh? We see what it is. Everyone, y'all just keep this as evidence. Whenever you get into conversations with family members, church members, friends, families, like I said, and they start doing, yeah, you know, black women are more loyal than. Is it more loyal or is it less options? We need to come together as a community. We need to. Yeah. Is this before or after black women jump off the white man's peen? Ooh, goddamn, Z. You said that out loud. Huh? Is this before or after they do their septum ring thing? Is this before or after? Huh? Is this before or after they're done dating the guy that looks like low key? He's like a young Chad Wheeler. Ooh, goddamn, Z, you said that out loud. Huh? Yikes. Is this before or after the white dude is done piping the big face sister who he was massaging? Is this before or after this? Huh? Come together as a community, right? Okay, yeah, that's it. Jones, that's what it really looked like. It's so cringe to think that whatever non-black man you end up with or who's piping you down currently at the moment, that you see him as a real trophy. And Joe says, these I made it at chicks. I mean TikToks. I don't know why I said chicks, same difference. But yeah, Joe says, I think excuse me, these I made it as I'll just say it as TikToks, yeah. It's weird, right? Gil got me this comment right here is hysterical and accurate. So thank you for counting down because Mr. Z gonna go in a minute. Like, share, subscribe, hit the super chat. Joe was like, I know this ain't gonna be no short stream. Watch this. And Gil Gabby says, doing unpaid internships, hoping to get hired. Little do they know, Becky's resume was pre-approved above hers. I want to say years ago. That would fit too. Let's read that again. Doing unpaid internships, hoping to get hired. Little do they know, Becky's resume was pre-approved above hers. Yeah, I am too. And Joe says, I'm using unpaid internships. Yeah, I am too. Yes, I am too. Cringe. 2025, the same as 2024, the same as 2023, the same as 2022. Black women, y'all ain't tired yet? This is, Chrissy, this is weird, man. Chrissy, these are your disciples. Huh? Crystal and Kerosene, these are your disciples. Paris Milan, these are your disciples. Shira 7, these are your disciples. Cynthia G, these are your disciples. Huh? Divested Zealot, these are your disciples. Whoever that name is, Deborah Cooper, whatever her name is, these are your disciples. The other swirling chick, I don't know, there's so many of them. These are your disciples. Oh, man. Huh? Weird, cringy. And KMS says, and thank you for the super chat. Black women, 99 problems, but a Negro ain't one. Also, black women, most single, most divorced, highest eviction rate, fastest rate of homelessness, highest in same-sex DV rate. They're right. Proud losers. They're right. Proud losers? Oh, man. Cheryl says UIs, unpaid interns. Say that. Chris Logic, that one, yeah. Mr. Z forgot. Yeah, that's another one. Nyla Blum, that's another one. I don't ever mention Taz, man. Yawn. Right? Not even noteworthy enough. Right? Ah. Huh? 99 problems, but a Negro ain't one. I've made mention of this a zillion times. Let's modify it for their current landscape. We were living through Armageddon during the pandemic, during the COVID-19 pandemic, all of 2020, early 2021. No one knew what was going to happen. Complete lockdown, right? In certain states, you could barely walk out your door without the federales get onto you. Right? Shout out to all of us that still use the word federales. Love that word. Huh? And yet, in the middle of COVID-19, were women calling into a number of quote-unquote matchmaking shows, definitely calling into Kevin Samuels, telling you what they won't settle for, calling black men all type of dusties, telling us white women aren't told to settle. White women are in the middle of the store elbowing each other for goddamn toilet paper. What are you talking about? But fine. Huh? That was in the middle of COVID-19. That changed Mr. Z's perspective on these things. Because that's why y'all see Mr. Z is not at all surprised and actually finds this comical. Because we have Trump back in the White House. We have J.D. Vance. We have Elon taking a hatchet to a bunch of government jobs that mainly black people do. That's black women. And yet we have Chrissy still doing her damage control anytime somebody tells black women, hey, this swirler divester thing, this day and out thing is not a panacea. Y'all be careful. You have other black women. You want to talk about tone deaf. You want to talk about not reading the room. Young black women who were raised by what it looks like extra women. You want to talk about chronically single women? Extra women. You want to talk about not married ass women? Extra women, black women. Their daughters are out here. And I think somebody said one of these videos might have been from December, whatever, don't matter. Donald Trump in the White House. J.D. Vance a heartbeat away from being president. Elon Musk given carte blanche to do whatever the hell he want to do with the federal government. And y'all want to talk about 99 problems but a Negro ain't one? Alrighty then. Huh? And Black Uru says, hey, say that. And Black Uru says, notice how most of those white guys aren't fool enough to show their faces. I guess a little wet brown tail ain't worth the risk of Brad having a possible face-off with Daquan. The white guys aren't dumb. They're having look. An attractive black woman is an attractive black woman. A kind black woman is a kind black woman. A knowledgeable, intelligent black woman is a knowledgeable, intelligent black woman. But America has a racial hierarchy. To hell with everybody's feelings about it. And what it looks like is a number of people of color don't look like they're actually trying to challenge the whole hierarchy. They just look like they're trying to find a good, comfortable place in it. Ain't that right, Chrissy? Ooh, goddamn. Huh? And so these white guys might genuinely find these black women attractive, might genuinely think it's going to work. You better hope she just don't want the mixed baby from you, because I just want you white guys to know that the black women be doing that to y'all too. But okay, fine. Leaving that alone. When that we saw with Dog the Bounty Hunter and his son. His son exposed him. When the white folks start saying, hey, about that black chick that you have, yeah. Mr. Z said it already. Shout out to Rogish. He remembers. When your uncle starts saying, hey, I was going to give you my classic Mustang, but you got that Negress on your arm. Ooh, goddamn. When grandma says, you were my favorite grandkid, I was going to leave you the house. But you got that Negress on your arm. Huh? When dad starts saying, I don't want any mixed grandchildren. Your $100,000 inheritance, you can kiss that goodbye. Now what? And if you think white people ain't pulling those stunts on their kids, you got another thing coming. Huh? And that's assuming he's not with you just for the tail. Shout out to Black Uru. Huh? We're not even talking about the social ostracization. There we go. We're just speaking about family members starting to threaten and take things away. Exactly. And Joe says, white boys not showing their faces is plausible deniability. Wow. And Sainter says, Z, white people get written out the will for anything. My homegirl is tatted up like crazy, and her Oma, so mama, took her out the will. She just got back in it 5 years ago. Ah. Hey. It's a big thing. Black people, you're gonna have to climb every step of that racial hierarchy and knock down every step. This jumping shot, rest in peace, I guess, to Bell Hooks. That jumping up a few steps because you ended up with the white dude. All right, black women, we'll see. Huh? Okay. Oma is German for grandma. Yeah. Okay. Huh? Yeah, once again, thank you for the super chat, KMS. Thank you for the super chat. And Passport OG says, I had 99 problems till my Massa can't come. Let me see if I could actually. Let's see if I could actually. Give me a second, y'all. I think I have it here somewhere. I guess not. I guess not. Spared y'all. Yeah, y'all got spared. Y'all got spared. Look, God doing a solid for y'all. I was gonna play out my man. I thought I had it clipped up and saved somewhere. Apparently, I don't. Right, man. So you couple this with what I have in my description box with Chrissy and what she said, and I'm glad Chrissy's saying it. Right, millennial and Gen Z women, black women. I hope y'all know what y'all doing. Right. I hope y'all know what y'all are doing. It ain't looking good at all. And shout out to Shay for clipping out the segment where I was on her channel the other day. Right, I was being real supremely reckless. Shout out to Shay Sade for kind of muffling the sound in the background. So, reckless, huh? But as I said, this environment's changing, and black people acting, black women, it's not smart. How you're moving is not smart. Right? So that my Massa challenge, we already know. We know what they doing in those bedrooms. We know. Right? And Black Uru says, there is no upside to white men committing to black women unless, I guess, she is willing to go the antebellum route with dude. We know what they're doing. We know what they're doing. Huh? Just saying.
Gosh, there were 2 points, but I'll just respond to the latter one. I meant to say this earlier when we were talking about the reason that black females may be more confused about the system of racism, white supremacy, and who practices it. And I said I thought the primary reason was that we don't experience the more violent forms of it. No, that's secondary. Primary, this is really key. People really need to, I hope people will hear this, and I hope people will believe this. Some people know this. The primary reason is that black females are either the primary participants or secondary participants, meaning that their mothers, their sisters, their aunts, their friends, somebody they know who's a black female is engaging in sex with white people. Our minds are more mushy because we engage in more sex with white people than black males do. Now that seems to be the reverse of what is the case, because on the sidewalk, what you see a whole lot more black males with white females than the reverse. But there's a whole lot. There has always been since slavery, there has always been, continues to be, in office buildings, in houses, everywhere you can possibly think of, lots and lots of sex between black females and white men. The key is that it's real hush-hush. It's real secret. And white people, they enforce and depend upon its secrecy so that we don't even know the devastating effect other black people don't even necessarily know, where all those defensive statements are coming from black women, because people don't know she's been in the bed with a white man. They depend on the secrecy of that, and they don't want it exposed. Hush.
Huh? Oh, man. Yeah. Lots and lots of, exactly, Jake. Lots and lots. You heard her. Lots and lots of XXX fun. Secret XXX fun. At least those young black women that I played, at least you know what they on, because they're literally in the bed with dude. Huh? They're literally laid up with dude. They're letting you know what they're on, so there's no hiding. There's no lots and lots of secret, nothing.
99 problems, but a nigga ain't one. 99 problems, but a nigga ain't one. 99 problems, but a nigga ain't one. 99 problems, but a nigga ain't one.
I can't look. Shout out to all the elders. Shout out to all of us, like over 35. I say, you know, you live a little, and you see the things, and you're like, I'm gonna tell you how it's gonna turn out for most of you. you gonna think I'm jinxing you. I'm not jinxing you. I'm just letting you know how it's gonna turn out. You think you're doing something new and novel. You're not. It's not new, right? Don't think I'm jinxing you by telling you what it's going to be, because Chrissy not going to tell you what it's going to be. Huh? Divested Zealot is not going to tell you what it's going to be for most of you. She's not. Huh? Sovereign black woman, she's not going to tell you what it's going to be. As a matter of fact, she's just going to scare you about all men, not just black men. Mainly black men, but all men. Huh? All of these content creators, they're Shira 7, all of them, they're not going to tell you what it's going to be. So you think you're doing something and you bragging on your white dude, and it's cringe as hell. Weird, but we'll see. Huh? And Black Rule says, it would break the hearts of most black women loving black men to know what's been in their orifices. Look, I don't think most black women have had triple X fun with a non-black man. To be fair, I don't think most black women have. I think a sizable minority has, and I don't think you could call it which one has. That's what I will say. I think a sizable minority has. I think a majority would go. Now, I will say that. I think a majority would go if they thought the white guy or the Latino or the Asian guy would actually be interested. That I will say. Right? What we have is black women who have been lying to themselves, lying to others, and lying to black men about some supposed loyalty that never actually existed. Do I think that there is a minority of black women that it don't matter what white man you present them with, what non-black man you present them with, they ain't going? Yes. Right? But I think a majority of black women, to be frank with you, I think a majority of women, if the right white man walked along, they would go. I think that's writ large on planet Earth, to be frank with you. Because propaganda exists for a reason. Propaganda exists for a reason. And the romanticization of white men exists for a reason. That's what Dr. Jennifer Lundquist was expressing to us when she was speaking about the book, The Dating Divide. That's what it is. So, once again, I think a majority of black women have not engaged in any type of adult fun with a non-black man, a white man in particular. Although I do think a majority of them would, if given the opportunity by a certain type of white man. Okay, cool. All of these videos of black women bragging on whatever situation they might be in with a white guy presently, we know how this is going to turn out for the majority of them. We know how it's going to turn out for the majority of them. Based off the numbers, we know how it's going to turn out for the majority of them. Hey, I think black men, where a number of black men get their feelings hurt, is that you truly believe that black women are loyal. Once again, a minority, yes, but a majority is because the non-black men just never approach them. Black women say it. That heavyset black woman that we spoke of about a month ago, maybe two, she said it. You know, I have a lot of black girlfriends and black girls, and they messaging me, y'all guys, they messaging me, y'all, and they say, why don't y'all approach them? Because they're interested. Y'all forgot? Huh? Wasn't it the Dateline special? I made mention of it a couple of times, where all those single black women, and one of them, she was one of the cuter ones too. She straight up said it. One time she was at a bar and she was drinking, and the white guy drinking, and they making googly eyes at each other. And I think she said they might even had a conversation. I don't recall because I haven't seen it in so long. And she said they making googly eyes at each other from across the room. He got up and left. She thought it was going to be a thing. I think, yeah, you know what? She did say, if I remember correctly, she did say they had a conversation. There you go. And she was cute. What that mean to a white dude? Huh? Ah, man. No, I don't think most have. And Giovanni says, LOLZ, are you serious? You don't think most have? Well, I'm 28, so this generation is different. Trust me, 60+% have had sex out and haven't been committed to regardless. Giovanni, if you're right, throw the whole XX chromosome in the trash bin, right? Oh man, if it's 60%, they ain't salvageable. You can't do nothing with them. If it's 60%, you can't do that. Look, after a white pea done been in you, what can we do with you after that? As a black man in America, after you done had one, to be frank with you, for Z, it's one. It's one. But fine, if you had done 2, 3, 4, what can anyone do with you? Sorry, not what anyone can do with you. We know what the white dudes and the Latino dudes gonna do with you. What can a black man do with you after you done had 1, 2, 3 situations with a non-black man, a white man in particular? Huh? Just saying. Inspired Truth agrees with you, by the way, Giovanni. He says, Giovanni, I think you might be right. After reading The Dating Divide, 60% is the same thing as the normalized 1.2 ratio in the online dating, 1.2 plus 1. Yeah, divided by 2 equals 60%. Yeah. Yep. Ah, right? Man. So if that's the case, but did Z or did not Z say y'all need, especially for you brothers under the age of like 35, definitely 30. Ooh, definitely under the age of 30. I already said speak to black women in an accusatory tone of her being for the white boys from the jump. And if you live in a more diverse environment where it might be more Latinos, speak to her like, oh, I know you mess with white. I know you didn't have a Latino ex, and let her defend it. Huh? Shout out to whoever that brother was. I covered it a little while ago, a few weeks ago. Whoever that brother was who didn't end up with the who turned the sister down because she's into white guys too. And you, for those Nefercar covered it. There we go. Shout out to whoever that brother was. And as I said, what, 3 weeks ago now? As I said then, I'll say it now.
Now that's how you supposed to drive. From now on, that's how you drive.
To young black men, I don't care what she was trying to weigh him down with. Oh, but a black man, they did. I'm so what? Look, dear black women, if black men don't allow for white society to try to bury us with whatever one black man does, we're not going to allow for white society to make us all one big Negro, although they're really good at trying. You don't get to do it either. So once again, shout out to that brother. I'm tying all of this together, by the way. Right? Young black men, y'all have white homeboys, y'all have white friends, y'all have Latino friends, you have Asian friends. Some of them have had adult fun with black women. Let them tell you, number one, how easy it is. Number two, how they don't really have to try. Number three, that she's paying for things. Number four, that she's talking crazy about black men to them. Uh-oh. And number five, this is the part that might break some of y'all hearts, that they don't plan on ever marrying a black woman. God damn, Z. Huh? Passport at insult to y'all wound. And Passport OG says, did you call him Massa? Why do you care? If she tell you why do you care, she did. If she says to you, why do you care? Oh yeah, she did. First of all, she did anyway. But if she says to you, why do you care? If she poses the question, why do you care? Oh yeah, she definitely did. Right? She killed the doubt for you. If she says, why do you care? Oh yeah, whatever doubt you had, it's gone. Right? Ah. And Giovanni says, this is purely factual. Look it up. Hispanic and whites, excuse me, Hispanic, that S threw me way off. This is purely factual. Look it up. Hispanic and white men run through them and expect you to play stepdaddy or emotional mental cleanup man. Look at the stats. Ah. Huh? Yeah, it's looking rough. Hey, you know it's bad when, hey, Jason, I heard you. Shout out to Jason Black. I heard you. Jason Black made a blink and you'll miss it comment. For those of us that might have caught that stream that he did, this was maybe a month or so ago, maybe 2 months ago. Jason Black, he was covering something with women and he meant black women. And he made like a blink and you'll miss it comment about black women with white men. It's not from a lack of trying. And when Jason said that, I was like, first off, Mr. Black, are you listening to the Z? I'm just saying, number one. Number two, okay, maybe he isn't. But when Jason said that, I was like, oh, yeah, look, if Jason's saying it, you know, black women, y'all did too much. Huh? One more, hey, you know it's over. If Dr. Umar Johnson eventually says something, because eventually he will, when Dr. Umar Johnson eventually says something, oh, it's over. Ovate. Huh? When Jason Black said that, I was like, oh, Jason Black said, and it was so quick. And essentially it was like, you know, it's not from a lack of black women trying to be with the white dude. And when Jason said that, I was like, wait a minute, am I the only one that heard that? Whoever else caught that stream. Huh? Ah. It's looking rough. Okay. And I'm about to say Giovanni, sorry. Gio Gabby says painting black women saving white supremacists by Devestro. Okay. Ninja. Okay. I'll look it up. And thank you for the super chat, Gio Gabby. Thank you for the super chat. Okay, I'll look that up. Huh? Okay. Detroit says Jason Black Dateline music. I can't remember the name of the stream. And it wasn't too long ago. This was maybe like 2-3 months ago, maybe 3 months ago. At the most, maybe 3 months ago ish. Time is flying, so maybe 4, something like. Yeah. Oh, and Faber says, I remember Jason Black, Professor Black Truth, putting out a video saying she was never your woman. I haven't found it since. If it was because a couple of channels, I want to say Professor Black Truth might be on his 3rd channel at this point, because there was one that he did on the environment that I really enjoyed, and environmentalism, and it didn't have nothing to, it had to do with black people and how we're allowing for non-black folks to pollute the environment, and white folks in particular, and he mentioned heavy industry, and like we share this planet too. And I haven't been able to find it ever since. I want to say his 1st or 2nd channel got deleted. So yeah, he's been through, Professor Black Truth has been through, I want to say at least 2 channels, and I want to say 3 maybe. Right. So yeah, there's a couple of things that got lost in, and whether it got lost or his channel got deleted and so it's gone forever now, or he took it down. Yeah. But I never, yeah, she was never your woman. I probably heard it too and forgot about it, but yeah. Yep, yep, yep. No, I remember this, and Dustiest of Rodin says, so there were pics a while back of a black man and a white woman in a cotton field. I remember this. And I think he proposed to her in that cotton field, if I remember correctly. I remember that. And black women were losing their ish over those calling it slave play. But if memory serves me, I think that those were wedding pics. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yep, yep. Maybe. Either way, yeah, yeah. I remember this. And to be frank with you, Mr. Z wasn't rocking with the pictures neither. I think black people. I am not about minimizing any parts of transatlantic slavery. None of it. I am not about minimizing any of it. Y'all know Mr. Z is Haitian descent. None of it. Not in the American context, not in the Afro-Latino context, not in the Caribbean. None of it. And it's weird to see that we have black people engaging in this thing where we're minimizing it and insulting other black people and allowing non-black folks to mock it and make fun of it. All right, minimize it at your own risk. You already see what they're doing with the history books, particularly coming out of Texas. But let's be clear, it's going to spread all around the country. This is some weirdo stuff, everyone. Black men, I would encourage us, implore us to check other black men with that. Don't let black women get away with it neither. This minimizing of slavery, this playing with slave images, this slave play thing with your white spouses or non-black spouses, this is some weirdo stuff. And you're minimizing that. This is going to hurt you and your children, grandchildren, great-grandchildren. White folks want to sweep this under the rug anyway. They want to minimize it anyway. So proceed with this at your own peril. Right? And Black Lulu says, yeah, that ninja did have no business taking wedding pics with a white woman in a damn cotton field. You hear me? I remember that. This is some cringe stuff. The same thing with the young lady who was picking cotton and she got a white husband and she I don't see anything wrong with picking cotton. Black people, this is weird. Cut this out. Huh? And then that same lady had the nerve to say her daughter don't like her own hair. Lady, have you looked in the mirror and see who you are? Y'all be engaging in this weirdo stuff and then wonder why your children have all type of complex about themselves. Y'all shucking and jiving for non-black people in front of your kids. You talk crazy about other black people in front of your kids. You speak glowingly of white folks and of non-black folks and their superior culture in front of your kids, and then you wonder why your kids have a complex. You wonder why your son's the bottom to some white dude. God damn, Z. You wonder why your daughter getting ran through by Latinos or white guys. Y'all need to cut this out. Weird. And KMS says, and thank you for the super chat, black women losing cool since 1968. Hey, man. Yeah, it's bad. It's bad. Huh? Yo, Gabby says, good with imperialism. I don't have it queued up. If I had it queued up, I would have played it for you. If I had it queued up, I would have played it for you. Weird ass Latina. Weird. And she's giggling the whole time. And it's the way. I gotta say it, right? It's the way she says, you know the white guy, you know the spicy whites, they hit different. And she's giggling, and you know what she's getting at. Huh? I'm just glad she said it. We have them on the record, everyone. You know, they're good with imperialism. We can learn a few things. Ma'am, I don't want to know what you mean by learn a few things, ma'am. I already have an idea of what you mean by learn a few things. I ain't trying to learn nothing from the white folks like that. You go ahead and let us know when you come back. Pun intended. Huh? You go ahead and learn what you want to learn over there, and we'll hear from you if and when you return. Huh? Thank you, Telescope. And Telescope says, moist panties squirming around while calling atrocities, quote unquote, audacity. You know, they had the audacity. It's the audacity for me. Huh? We just fundamentally viewed the history of the world differently. We just do. Huh? Shout out to Nameless. Out-group men and out-group women just fundamentally view the world differently. And because black men are, well, the out-group men, and this is why I'm 100% with Charles on the don't be red pill for black women and blue pill for non-black women, because black men are the out-group men, I think we should be supremely vigilant of all women. That includes non-black, non-white women. Y'all see what the Asian women are on. Whether that's South Asian, Southeast Asian, and South Asian. You see what the Latinas are on. The indigenous women, when you put a microphone, pun intended, when you put a microphone in front of many of them, you see what they're speaking on. Huh? Ah. And Giyogami says, giggling over her foremothers having been forcefully, very importantly, forcefully ran through by the conquistadors. Can't make this up. Can't make this stuff up. Ah. I do. I usually do leave them out, right? And Saint Cyr says, Damsey finally named the Southeast Asians by name. He usually leaves them out of it. I do. I do. Right? Man. There's some weirdo stuff. KMS once again says, making losing cool since 1968. We'll see if they can continue on that. Huh? We'll see. What happens when the money and the programs that you were able to benefit from over the past 50-ish years, 60 years, 50-ish years, what happens when that all dries up? What happens when you have a JD Vance and an Elon Musk and a Donald Trump and they fundamentally change the way we do government in the US for the foreseeable future? What happens then? And notice what I just said there. I said for the foreseeable future. As in when and if, it's not a if, assuming that the Democratic Party doesn't dissolve, but when the Democratic Party gets back into the White House and has Congress, that means that they won't necessarily return things back to what it was. They can't. Black women are going to have to make some adjustments. They're going to have to see these things differently. Well, they'll be all right. They'll be okay. They'll be all right. Huh?
Hey, yo, hey, niggas get shot every day, B. You be aight, nigga. You tough, right?
They are. They'll be all right. Huh? Man. And Chef Butter Biscuit says, Z, we can't smash and pass them and toss back out there just like non-black men. I mean, if you're okay with falling behind the white dude, and you know what the white dude had her doing, jumping off the ceiling fan. Shout out to Dormtainment. Shout out to the Jamaican brother from Dormtainment. Huh? I gotta. Well, most of y'all already seen that what I'm referring to. But yeah, we know what the white guys have them doing. Huh? Mrs. Z ain't about it. Right? And it's not even like you can parse through black women who grew up in a different environment, or they just happen to be around a white guy and they fell in love and it just didn't work out. Does that happen? Yes, it happens. We're human beings. Before we get into the race thing, we're human beings. Does that happen? Yes, it happens. Just how black people fall in and out of love with each other, can a black woman and a white man fall in and out of love with each other? Yes. I ain't counting though. God damn, Z. I'm not counting it. Why? Because those black women never checked the Chrissys of the world. Huh? Where are all those black women to condemn this? Huh? Where are all the black women to condemn this? Where are all the black women to say this is cringe? Where are all the black women to say, look, we don't put white men on a pedestal over here? Huh? Where are all the black women to say this is not a flex, this is some weirdo stuff? Where are all the black women to say, hey, you are lowering our stock, this looks desperate and loser-ish, and what about if you and the white guy don't work out, now what? This looks weird.
99 problems, but a nigga ain't one. 99 problems, but a nigga ain't one. 99 problems, but a nigga ain't one.
Huh? Man. So, to what you're saying, Chef Butter Biscuits, look, in an ideal world, everybody would be who they want to be with, who wants them also, obviously. And this race thing wouldn't even be a factor, but it is. That's not the world we live in. And y'all gives you a second background. And we're back. In an ideal world, this wouldn't even matter, but it does. Right? In a different world, if a black woman had a white ex and we lived in a world where we know a number of black people, black women, are running from their race, ending up with a non-black man, specifically a white man, as a come up, pun intended. Ooh, goddamn, Z. Not a come up, Z. Oh boy. Huh? Then, yeah, maybe you can engage with the black woman after she been with the white dude, maybe in a different world. But we know what those white guys have black women doing. Huh? And we know the way those black women view white men. I would like to direct your eyes to the screen. Huh? Just saying. Huh? Exactly, Jake. And this is what Mr. Z has said. In an ideal world, there wouldn't be a racial hierarchy, but huh? There is. And we know that black women adhere to the racial hierarchy because they're telling us they do.
If you want to date outside of your race, you need to be disciplined. When they say we're going to the gym at 5:30 in the morning, you better be up at 5 o'clock getting ready. They are not going to deal with the lack of discipline. And what we make black men put up with, they are not going to go for that. And what we make black men put up with, they are not going to go for that. What we make black men put up with, they are not going to go for that.
You only say that as a black woman with your chest. You only say that when you adhere to the racial hierarchy, when you believe in it. Huh? You as a black woman said that with your whole chest because you believe in the hierarchy that, and once again, what we make black men put up with, they're not going to go for that. She's saying in this clip to discipline yourself with non-black men, to be punctual with non-black men. Huh? She's admitting, and this is what Black Guru was speaking about when it says candor. Listen to her. She's admitting, hey, I appreciate this racial hierarchy. And I know what I get away with black men, what other black women get away with black men, the way they're able to be undisciplined, be unserious, be sassy, be snarky, not be punctual, be dismissive, say the word Z, be racist towards black men. Look, non-black men, they're not dealing with none of that. So if you want to know why Mr. Z is making sure to emphasize why there's no reachbacks, once again, shout out to Accountable Commentary. That's why. It's not just because, and that's definitely a reason, it's not just because, it's not simply because a black woman might have, she definitely did, might have engaged in some triple X activity with a non-black man or a white man. It's not simply that. What mindset? What's her worldview? What's her view on race? What's her view on black men and white men? Huh? That's why there's no reachbacks. So Chef Butter Biscuits, that's why I would caution you, huh? With the pipe and then toss her right back over the fence to the white guys. I hear you. Right? I hear you, but I don't know. Right? I don't know. And KMS is, and thank you for the super chat, once again. And David Carroll was right. Rest in peace. And David Carroll said, "Look, I gotta get it with Obsidian because I need that clip also. That clip where he plays where David Carroll was speaking about black women and this white man thing, and he used to play it often. I need to get with Obsidian. I need that clip too. Look, Obsidian, you gotta come off the clip. I need it too." Mr. Z trying to shake down Obsidian. Look, stop hoarding the clip. Right. Man. We know. And I may not even need it. That clip that I play often here, it says everything. That young lady, she says everything. When we put black men through those other groups of men, they're not going to deal with it. Huh? Man, just saying. Hey, let me read this one now. And Anubis says, and thank you for the super chat. Let's see how many of these black women end up in some white man's backyard. You know, Anubis, that's gonna happen. And you know, human beings and barbarism and all type of craziness, not to mention the racial hierarchy. We understand that, especially a white man with a black woman. Hey, we know what that is. But to be frank with you, white men often they break black women when they're done. They break them. Y'all see Cheska Lee right now? I'm not saying Cheska Lee was on some. She really wasn't on some super tap dancing thing when she was married to the white dude. I'll give her that. I'll give her that. But that divorce broke her ass. Huh? And there's a pun in there somewhere. Huh? That divorce broke her ass. She out here doing pro-black stuff with Conscious Lee. They got a some type of podcast or whatever where they speak pro-black. She got the leper. I'm happy for her. Everybody's saying the lepers eat your face thing on the left, especially. Cheska Lee. That's Cheska Lee's work doing. Shout out to Cheska Lee for that. Huh? Last time I think I checked, I think she's dating a black dude right now. Yeah. Huh? That divorce with the and the white because they almost always do. The white dude walked out with money. Huh? I'm not even laughing at Cheska Lee for that one. I'm not even laughing at her, but I am laughing at it. I'm laughing at the situation. I ain't laughing at you, Cheska Lee, if you ever hear this. Huh? And you let's pause. Let's pause right here. Black women. It's gonna sound hypocritical to you, so be it. Because it's different manhood and womanhood. I don't care what y'all say. Do you appreciate how insane it is? Some of y'all already know where Z is going. That in America, with America's history, that a white man and a black woman is getting divorced and a black woman got to pay out a white man in America? Oh my God. What? Let me get this right. In America, with America's history, white man marries black woman. It doesn't work out. They file for divorce. She files for divorce. He files for divorce. It's probably him. Ooh, goddamn Z. And the judge grants him alimony. Oh, ouch. So going to what Anubis is saying here. Look, Anubis, yeah, we know white guys are white guys. We know how white guys do divorce often. Maybe not. It's not all the time. It's not all the time. But we know how white guys get down when it comes to divorce. More often than people feel comfortable speaking about. We'll say that. Yeah, Aisha Taylor is another one. Tall, attractive black woman. One of the few black people to ever be on Friends. Huh? And she too had to pay out to her white ex-husband. Huh? So Anubis, it being found in Zaddy's backyard, yeah, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. But more than that, it's just being completely torn to shreds afterward. As BGS says, ain't nobody more pro-black than a black woman who got ripped apart by a white dude. Huh? Say that, Telescope. And Telescope says, but alimony getting brads are still not dusty, though. Exactly. Huh? Yeah, that's true. And Black Guru says, when slavery ended, they paid the slave owners, not the slaves. How is this any different from black women paying white men? Yeah. So in other words, reparations worked the other way in those type of situations. And Rachel Lindsay is another one. For those of you that don't know who that is, that's the sister that was the first Bachelorette. She has the podcast with Van Lathan. Huh? She's the one who has the podcast with Van Lathan. And Rachel Lindsay and Van Lathan did catch up Larry Elder, unlike the Breakfast Club. Huh? So shout out to her and Van Lathan. At least they were talented enough to make him stumble a little bit. Fumble. Well, let's stumble. He ain't fumble. Huh? He definitely ain't crumble, but he did stumble. Right? And that goes to show you the different levels of talent there. Ooh, I said that out loud. Goddamn Z. Yeah, Revlon says, I laugh at that all the time. Holly Berry paying 2 white men. I thought it was only one. It's both of the exes? Pathetic. Huh? Pathetic. Just saying. Huh? And KMS says, look, we're about to be on hour 2. I will not let Trell be correct. Trell said 3 hours. We ain't doing 3 hours. Look. Trell, out of spite, I can't let it happen. I can't let you be right, Trell. I can't. If Trell is up right now, look, I can't let you be right, Trell. And KMS says, Epiphany. Could it be that black women have come? Excuse me, wrong word. There's a pun in there. KMS says, Epiphany. Could it be that black women have become so masculine that they see getting piped down by white men as a flex? They see marriage and relationships like dudes do. F a relationship, I'm getting D down, Negro gross. First, remember, I don't see it as masculine. I see it as petulant child energy and temper tantrum energy. That's number one. But I do think in certain circles, but I think there are black women that are truly embarrassed. They hope nobody finds out. They're engaging in this, or they have engaged in this, and they hope nobody in the black community finds out, namely black men, because they know there's nothing over there for them but white people. And they're hoping black men don't find out, because they might actually have a chance at a wedding ring over here. They have no chance at a wedding ring over there, or very little chance, better yet. Right? I think black women are the face of negative liberty after white men. Don't ever get it twisted. White men are the face of who gonna check me, boo. Like, this is, I'm willing to go to war with anyone over this one. I know we're in the black manosphere. I know we speak about black women's effery ad nauseum. I get it. But don't ever let anyone tell you that that white men aren't the face of.
Don't check me, boo.
Huh? They definitely play it again for them, Z. Play it again. Yeah, it's a black woman saying it, but white men are the face of.
Who gonna check me, boo?
Right? Now, after white men, it's debatable if it's black women or white women. It's debatable. It is debatable. I'm just, white women still gotta get checked by white men, so it's black women. Black women. I agree with what's her name? Zora Neale Hurston. Right? Yes. I think I pronounced her name right. I think so. Okay. Yeah. Negative liberty all the way, all day, every day. Twice on Sundays. The Lord's Day. Right. Somewhere is a 7-day Adventist that's like, hey, Z, no. You're right. Right. So there's that. I think black women are the face of negative liberty, and I think that's why they just don't want to be coupled up, period, with anyone. I think they want their freedom. And negative liberty is their freedom. And I think that's okay. I think black men just gotta hold them to it. I think black men just have to hold black women to it. You want to engage in LGBTQ activity? Fine. You want to end up going to go taste the rainbow, pun intended? Fine. Right? If that's what you want, then that's what you want. But black men need to no reach backs. Don't let black women, oh, I was young and I had to listen. And why do men getting to Sony Roll Alton weekend? And I went through a whole phase and I did that. I think black men need to hold black women to it. When you step your big toe over that line, you're there forever. Whether that's swirling and divesting, whether that's same-sex loving relationships. Does Z believe in forgiveness? Absolutely. But just because I forgive the behavior you engage in doesn't mean that you get to now live with me or live off of me. Doesn't mean that I have to subsidize you, or any black man for that matter has to subsidize you. Huh? Forgiveness doesn't mean that I have to be your paymaster now. Nope. Huh? Telescope, I think you have something here. And Telescope says, y'all give Z a second background. And Telescope says, let's face it, Z. Oh, let's face it. A lot of black women have given up on this whole human relations thing, Z. Yeah. I think there is something to black women being the socially, or women writ large being the socially awkward ones. I agree with the Raj report on that one. Black women in specific. And Z's theory on this is black women feel so put upon that they sit to hell with the whole project. They sit to hell with the whole thing. All of it must go in the trash bin. Right? And there's something to be said about that. I think black women are like, if we're not going to be quote unquote valued when they say that, or when they think that or feel that, they really just mean being treated like upper middle class and above white women. But if we're not going to be valued or seen as women or treated a certain way, right, then to hell with all of it. And I'll just throw a temper tantrum, be mad and angry all the time at everything. Resting B face for everyone, right? Outside of their white bosses and white lovers, right? But resting B face for everyone, right? So I think black women really, the human relations thing, when Z hears black women essentially say their own version of the black women, we're all we got. I'm assuming we're all we got. We're all we got. As Kim Foster did, right? They black women do, and even highly educated, well-to-do black women pull that. Married or not. With a white man, with a black man or not. The sisters over Negroes, the women over men, those type of women, I think they mean it. I think there's a handful of them that's just doing the virtue signal. But I think the masses of black women, regardless of class or education or background, they really mean it. And for them, human relations is with other black women, and everybody else could go to hell, including the white man, to be frank with you. So I think you have something here, Telescope. I think black women said, hey, if this is the system, if this is the hierarchy, then to hell with everyone. The problem is they can't take it off on anyone, and it's not sanctioned by the state for black women to take it off on anyone but black men. And sometimes, occasionally, black children. Huh? Black women are not allowed to take off their anger and their rage, to show their ire to anyone in this society but black men. So giving up on the whole human relations thing, yeah, right. I would agree with that, Telescope. Yeah, I think you have something here. I think you have something here. Huh? And Faber says, I hate to say it, but even though white guys have made being a cook a mainstream fetish, who's the real cook when black men do ish like that? Cue the lots of secret sex clip. No, it's still white dudes because they actually are cucks. Like they actually are voyeurs, like in real number. No, it's still white dudes. It's still white dudes. They still passing they wives around. Y'all forgot the whole story with Hulk Hogan. No, it's still white dudes. White dudes are still the real cucks, though. If we go be honest, no, it's still white dudes. Like literally and figuratively, it's still white dudes. I get what you're saying, but no, it's still white dudes. It's still white dudes, right? That's why they're so in love with the word cuck. It's still white guys, right? White dudes are bending dudes over. They get bent over. They're sharing their wives. All type of weirdo stuff. No, it's still white guys. I hear you, Faber. No, but it's still the white guys. It's still the white guys, right? Y'all forgot when what's his name? Milo Yiannopoulos, when he went on his whole weird. I think that's one of the main reasons he got demonetized. When he was talking about essentially being groomed as if it wasn't a negative, right? So yeah, no, it's still the white guys. Trill. Hey, when I read it, I instantly thought about Janet. Shout out to Janet Jackson. Oh, that's a good reference, Trill. That was a good... Oh, okay. So Trill is referencing was it Four Color Girls? Janet Jackson and Four Color Girls. When her man, what was it? What's his name? Was her dude in that movie, right? Dude that played Ghost, right? Wasn't that dude that played Ghost? I never watched the show, so y'all let me know. Or the series. And so Buddy Rowe was on the DL, and Janet finally confronted him about it, and he said something, and Janet said, "Oh, so you doing the bending?" And yeah, it was Ghost. Okay, yeah, it was the brother that played Ghost. And so when I read that from Shell, it just killed me just now. Yeah, that's hysterical. It's the way Janet said it too. Oh, so you doing the bending? Oh man, no, that's good. That was a good one. That was a good one. Right, hysterical. Look, Charles, I can't do it. I'm already messing up now. Miss Z been asleep. I'm gonna go inside it. It's a waste. Right? And I can't go to sleep on an empty stomach. I gotta heat up food, and I gotta be up in a few hours. Y'all might get a morning stream tomorrow. Let's see. There's other stuff I want to cover. I definitely want to cover Sam Cedar because Mr. Z and his leftist stuff. I definitely want to cover Sam Cedar giving that work to and I gotta do a whole stream about other people beating me to the story, rightfully so. Shout out to Sarge Willie Pete. Yes, I watched the Jubilee thing. I watched it before Sarge covered it. Yeah. But Sam Cedar gave those young conservative folks that work. Right? And it also shows how a lot of this is incoherent. And how people have their facts wrong, right? Alternative facts. Shout out to Kelly and Conway. It's some weird stuff going on. The Latino dude, the two Latinos, the LGBTQ Latino dude, and the other one that swore by Christianity. Bruh, you're only a Christian because your ancestors were made to be Christians, bro. Weird. Thank you. Middle-late reviews. Exactly. Mrs. Z, I got to do a whole stream about middle-late reviews. And then something that Shay covered that I want to cover, and people just beating me to the story. That's all it is. Mrs. Z just be late. Yeah, that 20v1, Hey, Sam Cedar gave them that work. I agree with Sarge. The one time he got caught up was with the was it the baby deletion stuff? It was one thing he got caught up on, and Sarge made mention of it, and I agree. Right? But everything else, yeah, Sam Cedar gave them that work. Yeah. Oh yeah. There we go. Thank you, Black Roo. And this is what, yeah, this is the part from that Ghost. We still call this dude Ghost, right? But and Black Roo says she asked him how could he be married to a woman and let some other man bend him over, and he proudly said, "Ain't nobody bending me over." Thus the proverbial, "Oh, so you're doing the bending." And you remember, if I remember correct, this is what was. It's how movies and TV shows get you, right? I'm gonna make reference to House of Cards after this, but if I remember correctly, the movie starts off with him getting a blowjob in the car. If I remember correctly, I think that's how the movie starts off, or at least that's how we're introduced to him, right? If I remember correctly. And this also goes to, like, this is how movies and TV shows get your attention, because a House of Cards would grab my attention with House of Cards when it first started was the and for those of you who never watched it, I'm about to spoiler alert, but Francis, which was the lead guy, one of his neighbor's dogs, I guess, got out the house or whatever and got hit by a car, and so Francis tells his security detail to go knock on the door. Somebody goes and knocks on the neighbor door to get their attention, and Francis deletes the dog before the neighbor even gets there to put the dog out of its misery. And he goes into like his monologue or soliloquy, maybe more monologue on why he did it, and it made sense, to be fair with you. So yeah, I didn't watch the whole. I so regret. I don't know if it got taken down, but I so regret not watching like the last 2 seasons. And it was my ish too. And Compassion said House of Cards was my ish. Yeah. And I heard the British one, the original one, was even better. And I never got to. I'm gonna go watch that. I'm gonna find a way to watch it. Yeah. So yeah. Exactly. And Compassion says, cue the DL black man narrative. Exactly. Passport OG, I ain't even gonna read that out loud. I'm not even gonna read that out loud. Hysterical. Oh. Thank you. And Compassion says Francis wasn't even DL. He was openly gay and married. Exactly. But y'all saw when he enticed the new security detail, and him and his wife and the new security detail looked like they all got it in. And then the next morning it was like nothing happened. Yeah, look, this is I don't even want to know what people and politicians in DC are on. We already know. Barney Frank let us know when he threatened everybody back in the day, and ain't nobody. For those of you that don't know, me and Black Guru, I think, spoke about it. Barney Frank was an openly LGBTQ Congress member, and he was investigated for. But he rented out the bottom. I don't even want to say there's a pun in there, but there's a pun in there. Oh God, where's my throw up? Where's my throw up meme? I'm gonna need it for this whole conversation. This part of the conversation. Where? There we go. We just gonna keep this one on repeat right now, right? Barney Frank was under investigation because he was renting out the basement of one of his properties to a known male Tintos, right? So a man who was out here, and so apparently the man who was out here, Tintos, had men coming in and out. Oh boy, there's a but literally and figuratively. And so Barney Frank was engaging with that dude and whatever dude that dude was bringing along, and it was just a big old mess. But when Barney Frank was under investigation, the investigation went nowhere because allegedly, Barney Frank started putting threats out there. Now, God only knows what type of threats Barney Frank was putting out there, allegedly, if he was engaging in the threats. Just saying. Huh? Just saying. Meh. Right? Just saying. Right? Black Room, because I gotta read it. Black Room says, yeah, there was lots of bottom and basements getting quote unquote rented out. Man, look. I don't even want to know what these politicians are on. And we already know, remember the conservative politician from the Deep South? Oh, God. Who was a cross-dresser and got found out, and then he deleted himself recently. So there's that. Yeah. That's what it looked like, Black Crew. I ain't even going to read that one out loud, but that's what it looks like, right? Yeah. Yeah. And Terrell says, 3-hour tax. Look, Terrell, you got 2 hours and 15 minutes. Mr. Z is out of here. Yeah, Mr. Z is we got food to go eat late, and it's not healthy, but we got yeah. I'll see if I can come to y'all with a stream tomorrow. Probably we'll see. Definitely we're going to try to do our Saturday thing. I'm Compassion. I got to get with you. I might be able to pull it. The Powell memo. So I'll try to get with you on. Well, I think you work on Saturday. See, that's the thing. Yeah, but I might be able to pull the Powell memo Saturday. So we'll see. So y'all prepare for that. Yeah, and like I said, tomorrow morning might be the minute late review. Shout out to Trail. Because I really want to speak about that 20v1, and definitely the part I really want to emphasize was the white woman who just straight out said it. I told y'all the internet will expose us all. I don't just mean that for the insanity of black women's effery. When I said the internet will expose us all, I meant it the way I said it. That white woman just straight up said, "What's wrong with xenophobic Christian nationalism?" Sam Cedar reframed it and said, "White Christian nationalism?" And she still went for it and said, "Yeah, what's wrong with that?" Hey, just in case y'all didn't understand what these folks was voting for, what they were talking about, right? Oh, he says, "No, OG, I'm off." Okay, oh, all right. Hopefully, knock on wood, Mr. Z might be able to maneuver certain reckless streams. Don't put it in the comment. Well, we're not reckless streams right now, but it's still going to be a teeny tiny bit reckless. But if I heard what I think I heard, the way I think I heard it a couple of days ago, then I might be able to move a certain way on Saturday. Don't put it in the comments. Don't put it in the comments. But we'll see. Huh? So yeah. Yeah, y'all go ahead and put that Popeyes for Saturday. But yeah. Detro says fueled by Popeyes. Right? Fueled by Popeyes. The other day I got Subway on Saturday during the stream. Yeah, I'll be trying to get my my healthy stuff in, or maybe less not healthy. Yeah, I think I should actually say it better that way. Yep. So on that note, y'all, look, we'll pause right here because I cannot let Trell be right about 3 hours. So we'll pause right here. Let me destroy y'all night before y'all go to sleep. We're doing this.
99 problems, but a nigga ain't one. 99 problems, but a nigga ain't one. Oh, no, she. 99 problems, but a nigga ain't one. 99 problems, but a nigga ain't one. Oh, no, she. 99 problems, but a nigga ain't one. 99 problems, but a nigga ain't one. 99 problems, but a nigga ain't one. 99 problems, but a nigga ain't one.
I don't know how you're supposed to make a black community work with these type of weirdo losers. Cringe. I don't even know what you could do with it. You can't do nothing with this. Compassionate says walks away from computer. Oh, Gilgami says Nameless is going on live. Okay. Okay. So Nameless will go. Okay. So let me hurry up and move out of his way. Yeah. Diaspora L says, not running my brain this time. Oh man, look, Mr. Z, we'll end out here. Look, y'all, we'll pause right here. Love, peace, and chicken grease. Y'all go check out other Black Manosphere content, other non-Manosphere content. Look, man, most Black women ain't this cringe and pathetic. Like they ain't this far. They ain't this far. I don't know about you, Gen Z. It look like y'all on something else, right? From what I'm hearing from the Gen Z women, Black women are okay, but from millennials on up, it ain't this bad. Was there some white male worship? Yes. Were they this bad with it? No. Were they this openly bad with it? No. This is not going to age well. That's Mr. Z's argument. We'll end out with that. This is not going to age well. As Accountable Commentary has said, Mr. Z is 100% in agreement. No reachbacks. So y'all let these young Black women do all of this posturing with the white dudes. For all of you brothers under the age of 25 that are subscribed to Z, don't fret. They'll be back. Do not open the door. At least a good 80% of them, 85% of them that are over there with the white and Latino guys, they'll be back. Don't open the door. No reachbacks. And on that note, we'll pause right here, right? Y'all go check out other Black Manosphere content. Apparently, Nameless is about to stream, right? So y'all go check out other Black Manosphere content. I'm gonna try to even listen in if he streams early enough, right? Mr. Z is saying early enough, and it's like it's past 12 o'clock on the East Coast. So y'all go check out other Black Manosphere content, other non-Manosphere content, for the love of God. Shout out to the Nameless protagonist. And I'll try to listen in. And yeah, so y'all have a great rest of y'all night. And Mr. Z out.
Yeah.